Hello all, it's the Old Geek again, and this is my second video in my series entitled Old Man Attempts to Achieve 2K Irating on iRacing. It's probably a completely fruitless task, but we'll see how I get on. I've jumped in a car I'm more familiar with, which is the Toyota GR86, and this is called the Butt Kicker Cup. We're racing at Navarra, which just so happens to be one of my most hated tracks on the game. But that's where the championship is this week, so got to put up with it. Why do I hate Navarra? Well, there are three reasons. It has no flow to it. Lots of stops and starts. Now those stops and starts, this is reason 2, encourage people to dive bomb you from a long way back. They stand on the brakes and just dive from the middle of nowhere. And the other reason, I've got the Logitech G923, and to be quicker you've got to go over the curbs, and the curbs are rough. You might well hear that. Right, I've qualified in 9th. Look out for my Logitech going mad over the curbs at various points, and once again my volume recorded a little bit low. I didn't notice that my volume recorded low until after I'd done my first 4 races, so you're going to have to put up with these voiceovers for the first few. As you can see, I've had a half decent start. I'm at great place. There you go. Did you hear that curb then? Did you hear that curb then? Did you hear that clattering of plastic from my Logitech wheel? That's why my wife screams when I drive at this circuit.
The license, and their rating is 1.9.
So, I'm in top split. I've done a very mediocre qualifying to put me in 9th. I don't particularly want to be in top split if I'm trying to get iRating, but that's what happens sometimes. There were some guys in this race who are clearly a lot quicker than me. I'm okay at Navarra. I may hate it. I'm okay around here. I've got a best time of 1 minute 37.4, which isn't too terrible. Right, here we go. Watch this dive. Dive! Look at that. He overshoots. Now, in some racing series, he would have to give me the place back. But not in iRacing, unfortunately. Yeah. I have a chunter about that, as you can imagine. I'm a chuntery type. So I'm chuntering away while I'm driving. Anyway, I'm still 9th. Still in the positive iRating bracket. Top half of the field. All good so far.
Okay, Geek. The next car is Honda, car number 11. The license.
Right, I'm going to skip on the video a little bit to find some of the highlights. There aren't many highlights in this race, to be honest, but needless to say, I do catch up with these cars in front. I do let a few quicker guys behind me past, and hopefully I'll manage to find those moments as I cut and chop my way through this video. Okay, we're a lap or 2 further into the race, and as you can see I've still got the white car behind me and the Honda livery in front, the AR Honda, but this is where you see me start to catch up with P8, but also I get the dawning realisation that the red car, not the white car behind is slower than me, but the red car, he's not. He's pretty quick. So I know I'm gonna. No, I know I'm gonna lose a place. You see him in the mirror now. There he goes. He's got past. He's behind me, and he starts reeling me in, and he catches up with me pretty damn quickly.
In front, at the moment, anyway.
Okay, Geek. 10 minutes minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. Relax, focus, keep
And even though I'm
swing.
capable of a 1:57.4 around here, at the moment I'm a bit rusty on this track. I don't practice it very much, so I'm not quite at that pace yet, and I'm driving a little bit scrappily. But if there's any car I can reach 2K, and it's this one, it just depends on which track they choose. There are certain tracks I'm a lot better at than others.
I'm not a wild sender like other guys are.
Look, you see the distance to the car in front has come down, but sadly so has the distance to the car behind.
Yeah, the guy behind's a little quicker than me.
Fastest lap for Rodon,
So
1:57.
even if I was doing my fastest times around here, I wouldn't be keeping up with those first few.
1:58.38.
A bit of practice to go before I can get to their level. Lovely loud curbs again. Dagga, 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 dagga. Yep. One lap in particular I remember really slamming some curbs.
I'm definitely quicker than his car in front. Well, remember, he's the guy who...
So, a little pause again, a little cut.
On the first lap. So, I don't fully trust him.
As you can see now, I'm still keeping pace with the car in front, closing up really, but the car behind is right up my chuff. And yeah, I'm not too good under pressure. Watch what happens. Bit too much curb.
Right side, clear right.
Struggle to bring the car to a
Limits, watch those lines.
slow enough speed to take the corner, and he's through
That's my
easily.
fault.
Such is life. I make those mistakes. I'm still relatively new to this game and been playing it since September last year, something like that. But I am quicker than this car in front around the central part of the track. It's the all-important last curve and first section where he's got the run on me completely.
The car ahead is car number 8, C license, and their rating is 1.8. The gap to car number 8 in front is now 0.7.
I think I'm better around these corners than he is, but he's certainly better into that first little section than I am.
Yeah, it's not the most interesting of circuits, is it really, Navarra? A lot of big stops. Whoopsie from the car in front.
Wibble, wibble, wobble.
But I'm not going to dive bomb him. I know that he's overall slightly quicker than me.
5 minutes
I get the
remaining, 5
opportunity
minutes
to
left.
have a lunge here, but no, I'm going to back out of it.
E9.
I'm going to say it's very unfortunate to have a name like Hyman, isn't it?
But I'm getting smoother. Just getting smoother. Currently still running in 9th place. I'm only going to gain places now if people ahead of me make mistakes. I think we're running nose to tail pretty much, and I stand to make a small amount of Irating back in this position, so I'm quite happy to be there. The cars behind aren't catching me, and I've got very little chance of catching the cars ahead, unless they make a mistake.
I might just settle down. I'm making 11 at irating out of this. So it gets back a bit of what I lost in the other game 3 minutes ago. Top 10 in top split is fine. It is fine. Not a big fan of the fixed setup that the GRs use in the Bucket Cup.
Track limits.
And slow.
Moving now towards the closing laps of the race, and if you look, there's something looming in my mirror. This is a guy with over 3,000 iRating, who he must have gone off at the start, because he is reeling me in at a ridiculous rate. So I'm looking at losing 9th place. This guy is pushing for all he's worth, and it's probably not worth me doing too much to fight him off. But look, there's the driver in the Honda car. He's had a bit of a whoopsie. He's the one who dive bombed me near the start. So I've gained a place, gone up to 8th, but I'm about to lose another place to go back to 9th, because Silas in the black car is much, much faster than me.
And there's one. There is a mistake.
Car left.
There he goes.
There we go. I make a little mistake. He crashes me into, and through he goes. Pointless me trying to fight that.
Bad luck, geek. Come on, don't let him get away.
Open now, insert foot.
Right, the guy ahead of us is Jansen, car number 3, and their rating is 2.7.
I just said, Spotter just said 2.7 rating. That's 2,700. So yeah, he's got nearly double my rating. Not quite 3,000, but still nearly double.
Pass me with that silly send on the first lap.
P9, there's the finish. Well done.
And that's the end of the race. So P9, and I've gained a little bit of my I rating back.
4 instant points.
So what do I do? I jump straight back into the GR86s and do another one of these. Another ugly cut. We'll work out how to do decent transitions in videos at some point. You can see we're at Navarra again, and I'm 14th on the grid. I unfortunately binned it on my first qualifying lap, and then needed to go for a poo on my second one. So I didn't do a qualifying lap. I'm 14th out of 15 this time. Again, I'm in top split. Rated 14th. Doesn't look good, and it's wet. And I'm not great in the wet. So my hopes here are just on in terms of damage limitation.
That's it, yes. Really bunch yourself when it's wet. Mr. Hyman again. An American swimmer, Mr. Hyman. That's a very unfortunate.
Green, green, green.
I make up a couple of places straight off the start. I don't expect to be able to keep them. My pace in the wet isn't brilliant, but and look, we have an accident ahead. Look at that. A few people off again. So yeah, I'm
Still there.
a little bit out of my depth in the top 10 here,
Still
though.
there. Yellow flag. Hold your line. Still there.
Right.
Clear left.
But it happens when you get to these sort of middling I rating levels. if there's not enough people who sign up, then you do get sort of shuffled up to compete against these drivers who are 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 iRating. And if you're going to get up to those levels, you've got to be able to compete with them. At the moment, I can't, so I've got to race them and got to get closer to them. Got to get better.
It's a braking zone, heavy braking zone there.
The guy in front is Jordan, car number 12, the license.
Will behind me.
I'm in 10th at the moment in this race. Out of 15, I still stand to lose a small amount of iRating. I would have to finish, I believe, 9th or higher just to break even. My chance of doing that when I'm ranked 14th isn't all that great. Other people have got to make mistakes, and these are the more skilled drivers who make fewer mistakes. But I do get quicker during this race. I end up doing a 2:06 lap towards the end, which I was very, very happy with. So I am getting a little quicker in the wet. I am gaining a little bit of confidence. It just takes a bit of time. One of the issues I do have, again, is with the wheel. The force feedback on the Logitech is a little bit agricultural. It's fine in the dry. It's a really good budget entry-level wheel. Yes, it's a bit noisy, the pedals aren't great, but I've got it with some Moza pedals now, and in the dry it's absolutely fine. But since I tried the Moza a few weeks back, the one that unfortunately where the wheelbase needs to be replaced, I made a bit of a mistake over the grass there. Speaking of agricultural, I've learnt how much more you can feel through a good wheel with good force feedback, and I was immediately quicker in the wet using the Moza wheel because I could feel the road a lot more. So I do think part of my lack of speed is down to the simplicity and the roughness of the force feedback in the G923 wheel. Bad workman blaming his tools. What do you expect? Let's skip to the end, because all that happens really now is I slip back a little in the field, people slowly catch me up. I don't think I make any more mistakes, it was just that one trip across the grass, and I end up losing a little bit of iRating. So let's have a look at the results and see where I end up. We are now coming towards the end of the final lap. There's probably 4 or 5 more corners to go. I'm in 11th, which is fine. It's absolutely fine. I'm holding my own against that higher rated driver in front. I'm not catching up with him, but he's not pulling away from me anymore. He might have just settled into a rhythm, a safe pace, but I was using him as a bit of a guide to help me, which is a way to do it. And there we go. Cross the line. So, I'll put up on screen about now how much these 2 races have affected my iRating. I'll give you a clue. I'll give you a clue. It's not good, but practice is progress. I think. I'll see you in the next one.